What's up, YouTube bots communities? Boy, Mr. Universal Sports. I'm back to break down that Floyd Mayweather versus the Robert Ghost Guerrero fight. First of all, I just want to say it was a pretty good fight, and the undercard was pretty solid. Leo Santa Cruz did a good job beating Munoz, and Admiral Mars did a pretty good job. But the only fight I think that was controversial was that J. Leon Love versus the Gabriel Rosado. I had Rosado winning by 1 point, 95-94, but I just had him win. I just had him winning the fight, and I just think that was some home cooking. But you know how it is in boxing. I'm not going to get into that. Now let's break down this Robert Guerrero versus the Floyd Mayweather fight. Floyd looked very sharp in this fight. We all thought. I mean, I thought I thought there was a possibility. I discussed this with people on Facebook, YouTube, and I discussed it with coworkers that maybe Floyd would get old and that Robert Guerrero is a very solid opponent. I know in the beginning a lot of people would say this is a cherry pick fight. This guy's a garbage and whatnot, but actually Robert Guerrero is a very good fighter. When the fight first got announced, I was pretty excited. Like, yeah, finally, I'm like, good, a solid young guy. Robert Guerrero, solid, and this is good to kick off the 6-fight deal he has for Showtime. He has 5 left. I'm gonna break down the Showtime, what I think about the Showtime deal later. Also, let me break down what I like what Floyd did. Floyd was moving well. People have been saying for the past few fights that Floyd's been willing to trade because his legs are gone. I don't know if he drank the fountain of youth. His legs came back to me, folks. And he'll pop shot Guerrero, move out the way. Pop shot Guerrero, move out the way. Stick and move. Glad the 2-piece move out the way. And that's what we like to see. And with Floyd, he was moving well. He looked pretty sharp. Also, he landed his bread and butter punch, which is that straight right hand. And he was just tagging Guerrero the whole time. Also, what I liked about Floyd Mayweather in this fight was, I think that one of the reasons why when Floyd goes past 147, he doesn't particularly look good, which is I noticed, and I think a lot of people noticed too. With Floyd, he looks sharper and stronger at 147, and I really think that he should stay at 147. Also, Floyd wasn't just landing one shot. He landed combinations. He would land a 2-piece, straight right hand, left hook. Also, he would land a couple of jabs to the body. Also, he would not throw more than one punch. Also, his defense improved from the last fight. Obviously, Miguel Cotto, he said Miguel Cotto is a future Hall of Famer, but obviously, with Floyd didn't get hit much, being that Robert Guerrero only landed 11% of his jabs and 19% of his punches overall. And the biggest thing, and this stat always works every time, if you land 50% of your power punches, you usually win the fight. Floyd landed 60% of his power shots, 153 power shots out of 254. That's a lot of power shots. He was accurate and sharp. Usually, I come in these breakdown videos, I come out with what I didn't like about it. I could say what nothing he didn't like. Just to be a nitpicking, Floyd could have worked Guerrero's body a little bit more, softened him up, but you know how it is. But now, let's get to Robert Guerrero. Obviously, he tried to bull rush and try to do what Jose Luis Castillo did, and I'm glad that Paulie Malignaggi worked that out. It brought that out. He said everybody tries to go and bull rush before Floyd Mayweather, thinking that's the blueprint to beat him because that first fight was so close. But even he said, look, that don't work. Floyd has gotten a lot better. I'm just gonna make a point. The only way that Floyd Mayweather possibly loses, either he gets old overnight, or he just fights a bigger guy like a Martinez or Canelo, which I'm gonna bring up later. Also, I noticed that Robert Guerrero was trying most of the time. He had his moments, but it just wasn't enough. I scored this fight 118 to 110, 10 rounds to 2. What I didn't like about Guerrero was that he was trying to rough up Floyd, doing that Jose Luis Castillo tactic that everybody tried to do. Victor Ortiz tried to do it. Cotto did it. Cotto kind of did it, but I think that's the only reason why. But that's because Cotto's a slightly bigger man than Floyd, and I think he's stronger than Floyd, so it can work. Also, he wasn't accurate at all. Usually, Robert Guerrero is pretty accurate with his punches. And I have in my scouting report, his punch accuracy is one of his strengths, but he only landed 11% of his jabs, 19%. He just wasn't accurate, and I think that attests to the sharp defense of Floyd Mayweather Jr. Now, obviously, I really think that another tactic, another point that I want to bring out, I really think that Floyd Mayweather Sr. really emphasized defense. He said, "Look, son, you got to get through these. You got to get through the 6-fight deal. You're getting older. Quit getting hit." That's my family. That's my wife and my son in the background, if you hear them. But when you say quit getting hit, and I think that Floyd Sr. did a good job. Now, let me break down what I think about this 6-fight. It could possibly be worth $240 million when it's all said and done. Who should Floyd fight next? Here's who I think should be the final 5. Obviously, the Ghost Guerrero's out the way, so solid opponent. I think in September, I know everybody's clamoring for Canelo, but I think they can build that fight, or if Floyd chooses not to fight him, which we wouldn't blame him, because Floyd's best weight is at 147, not at 154. Just because he took a couple fights at 154 doesn't mean that's his weight class. He obviously did it for the money fight with De La Hoya. He also did it to fight Cody because everybody was busy. So I think Floyd should fight the rest of the 147 pounders, and maybe a couple guys moving for 140. Number 1, he fought Robert Guerrero, so that's done. He has 5 fights. Now, who I think should be the final 5? I think Devin Alexander fights Lee Purdy May 18th, so I think he should fight. If Devin Alexander gets past Purdy, I think he should fight Devin Alexander in September. Another young, hungry, strong opponent. When was the last time? I'm gonna bring up one point. When was the last time Floyd Mayweather fought a young African American fighter? Not to bring up race, but just to bring up a small point. And I think in January, if Floyd were to get past Alexander, he's definitely got to have to put a Timothy Bradley on a resume. I think Bradley's a solid opponent, a young, undefeated pressure fighter, and I think that would be a good fight. Also, he should fight the winner of the 140-pound tournament, the unofficial 140-pound tournament. And I think that's Danny Garcia. It should be mentioned. Also, Lucas Matisse. Maybe a Lucas Matisse. I think that would be pretty good, because it'd be the classic slugger versus boxer match. So I think you should fight Danny Garcia and Lucas Matisse. And I think his final fight should be, and I know nobody's brought this up, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack, and I know people are gonna say, like, no, this is not possible. I think he should fight Adrian the Problem Broner. I think that would be a classic passing of the torch fight. How good Broner really is, how Mayweather really is. I really think that would be a really good fight. Floyd Mayweather versus Adrian Broner. Now, obviously, when Floyd jumped to Showtime, I was going to say, what does this do for the Showtime brand? It increased it. Showtime's been putting on some pretty solid shows lately. The Austin Trout versus Canelo Alvarez did 40,000 people. I think more like 39, but like close to 40,000 people, and the ratings did good. Also, with Golden Boy having the deeper roster with such stars as Canelo Alvarez, Danny Garcia, Amir Khan, Broner, Gary Russell Jr., and Keith Thurman, that's a good young stable of young fighters, and that's not even everybody on Golden Boy. So I really think now that HBO is going to be on the decline and Showtime is going to really take over. I really think that was a bad move by HBO for not advertising Golden Boy when Golden Boy has the bigger roster. Well, that's it, folks. It's your boy, Mr. Universe Sports. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'm out. Peace.